When's the last time you really looked at your food? And I don't mean sit there and have a staring contest with it, although that might be fun for like a second, maybe. I don't know. I mean, really take a look at where your food comes from, what your food is really comprised of, far beyond just macronutrients, and really dove into it. Well, that's what we are talking about and the importance of that in today's episode. So strap in and get ready for episode 112. Let's go.
I've always been that skinny guy.
Why can't I gain muscle mass?
What do I do in the gym?
They said I'd always be skinny.
This is your complete source for how to gain lean muscle and break out of your skinny body. From nutrition to getting the most out of your workouts and everything in between. We know just how frustrating gaining muscle mass can be, but don't worry, we've got you covered. You're listening to the Bones to Bulk podcast.
Hey, welcome to today's episode. My name is Brian Parody. I will be your host today. And before we get into today's topic, which I'm super excited, super passionate about, if you have not been over to YouTube to check out our channel, please head on over there, subscribe, turn on the notifications. We've got some great videos on there from complete workouts, exercises with dumbbells, with regular weights, with resistance bands. I have food videos on there. You name it, it's on there. There's over 200 videos already on that channel, so go check that out. That being said, let's dive into today's episode. All right, so food. We eat it all the time, right? I mean, we eat meals every day, we eat snacks every day, we eat whatever else. Fourth meal, fifth meal, sixth meal, midnight meal, 11Cs, afternoon tea, dinner, supper, like you name it, we eat it, right? Because we like to eat. I like to eat. I get it. But what are we actually eating? For real. Like when you sit down, you can, and maybe your initial answer is, well, you know, my food has 20 grams of protein and 12 grams of carbs and 7 grams of fat. And you can name off the macros. Okay, that's cool. It's good to understand macros. And if you're unfamiliar with macros, macros are the three things that all food is comprised of. It's comprised of either fats, carbohydrates, or protein. Carbohydrates and protein both contain 4 calories per 1 gram. Fat contains 9 calories per 1 gram. So when you pick up that 100-calorie container of yogurt and it says this item contains 10 grams of protein, well, that means that since there's 4 calories per gram of protein, that 40 of the 100 calories come from protein. That means the other 60 are coming from other sources, whether it be fat, whether it be carbohydrate. That's how a nutrition label reads. That's how it's broken down. So it's important that you understand that. And if you're trying to figure out like how much should I be consuming of each thing, I'm going to touch on that. But before I do, there's more that meets the eye than just your macronutrients. Because I can go and I can order an extra large, super size, whatever, order of fries. And I can say, oh, it's a carbohydrate. Brian's always saying eat carbohydrates. Yeah, well, that's not a healthy carbohydrate. Or protein. We need protein to build muscle, right? This meat lover's pizza, man, there's a pound of meat on this thing. So I'm good. All that protein, no, it doesn't work that way. I wish it did. Like, I really do. I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't. You see, where we get our macros from matters greatly. And while it's important to look at the nutrition label and see what the breakdown of protein and fat and carbohydrates are, it's also very important to scroll down a little bit more and look at that nutrition label. What's in your food? What is it comprised of? Is hydrogenated corn syrup, sugar, aspartame, are those key ingredients in what you're eating? How much sugar is in the product you're eating? Maybe there's 20 grams of carbs. Do all those 20 grams come from sugar? You've got to dissect things a little bit more than just the macro level. Because if you solely look at macros, you're going to be in trouble. Because you might look at a greasy bacon burger and see, oh, that has 40 grams of protein, but miss the fact that it has 60 grams of fat, 20 grams of carbs that are not the healthy kind. Like, you've got to evaluate what you're putting in your body. You wouldn't go and grab anything off the shelf and give it to a young baby. You're going to go buy a baby food. Why? Because you know that that baby food is formulated for that baby. It's formulated for their growing bodies. It has the vitamins and the nutrients it needs. And so you trust it. You don't have to wonder, and you don't have to go searching around the store trying to pick out this product or that product. You know that, hey, all these baby foods are good. Well, why do we lose that when we get older? We lose hold of all that. And we think, oh, everything's free game. It's not. At least it shouldn't be. I mean, technically it is. You can go buy anything you want at the store. You can order any kind of food you want online, pretty much have it delivered to your door But does that mean you should? No. You've got to make smart decisions with your food. You've got to evaluate where it comes from. You have to understand that eating 30 grams of carbs from French fries is not the same as eating 30 grams of carbs from oatmeal or sweet potatoes or quinoa or rice. It's much different. Your body responds to it differently. Your body can use the nutrients in a different way. It's not just going to store stuff as fat if it's nutrient dense and things that your body can actually absorb and use and put to work in your body. So it's very, very important where those calories come from. Now, another question that I get asked all the time: how much protein should I have? How much carbohydrate should I have? How much fat? Like, what is the percentage breakdown? There's no magic number. Like, first, get out of your head that if you hit a magic number, that everything's going to take care of itself. There's not. Now, if you're trying to compete and get on a stage for bodybuilding, that's a different story. There are some key numbers that can help you. But even in that, from what I hear, I don't speak of firsthand because I'm not in that realm. But from what I hear, even that has some diversity in it. Here's kind of a rule of thumb I would suggest following. Make sure that you get at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 120, make sure you're at least getting 120 grams of protein. Probably want to do a little bit more, but that's kind of like a minimum. Everything else, play around with. It's not, this isn't you're going to try something once and either it's going to work for you or it's not going to work for you and you're never going to try anything else. You've constantly got to be trying new things. I'm going to give you an example. So for me, I'm consuming roughly 1.5 to 1.6 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That's just me. I'm not suggesting you do that, but for the amount of muscle mass I have, for the weight I am, like, that's what I've found that my body thrives off, that level. And so that's what I make sure I give it. Now, I didn't know that when I started. I had to test things out. I had to try different things. I had to try more protein and less protein to see how my body reacted and what maintained what I want to maintain physically. When it comes to carbohydrates and fats, I always suggest try to keep your fats 30% or lower. And those fats need to be healthy fats, you're gonna probably have a little bit of unhealthy fats in that. You're just gonna, unless you're just eating super, super clean. But for the majority, try to get your fats from healthy sources. Keep it under 30%. So let's say under 30%, let's just call it an even 30 for fats, 30% fats. Now, your protein, if you're doing 1 gram per pound of body weight, it's probably going to fall somewhere in the realm of 35%. So that's, let's say, 65%. Now you're still left with 35%, and those are going to come from carbs. And for me, every day, my carb intake is way higher than my protein intake. Not way higher, but way. Get it? Protein way. I know my jokes are lame. So I do consume more carbohydrate if you're measuring that by grams, than I do protein. And that's okay. I'm getting my carbohydrates from good sources, from sources that are giving me fuel I need for the gym and fuel I need for energy and all the things that healthy carbohydrates do for you. So don't get too caught up in percentages. Again, focus on making sure that you get at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That's important. And then after that, play around with it. It's okay. It's okay if one number is higher than another or looks different than somebody else's. You're not that person. So yours is going to look a little bit different. And just start reading nutrition labels, not just the macros, not just protein, fat, sugar, all that. Look a little bit lower and read what is in your food. Again, this is an eye-opening experience. It's going to be a time for you to realize, hey, I didn't realize I was putting this in my body. You've got to get familiar. You've got to look at food with fresh new eyes because you've lived an entire lifetime and developed habits with food. And now you're trying to unbreak all those. So it's going to take time. It's going to take understanding and reading and learning new things. And don't be afraid of that. It's a process. All right, with that being said, if you're on social media, check us out at Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Check out the YouTube channel, all good stuff. And remember, no matter what walls you're facing, what things you're trying to overcome, what things you're confused about, you can learn this, you can get this, you can accomplish anything you want if you work hard and stay focused.